Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's actually really not a good morning. I woke up at 3:40 a.m. Could I get back to sleep? No. So I opened a window a little bit, get a little bit crack of air in, and I don't know, it must have given me like a bit of a tickly throat or something, because then I just had this tickly throat, which was really, really annoying. So after about half an hour of trying to get back to sleep, I got up, went and made a cup of tea, went back to bed, watched some YouTube, because I find it helps me drop off some camping stuff, like world camping YouTube. Had my cup of tea, and I must have dropped off, and then my alarm was going off this morning at 8 o'clock, and I was like in a coma, and I feel jet lagged again. Having my second cup of tea of the morning. What's the time?
The time is 9:17 a.m.
It's 9:17 a.m. I've got physio at 10:30 on my neck to try and help with my dizziness and what have you. He's been doing work on my neck and the top of my back, and I think there's some progress. I think I'm really, really hoping that this is helping, and I'm not just, you know, I don't know, making it out in my head. I've also been doing all the exercises, all my exercises that I've written down for cervicogenic dizziness that I got off YouTube, not a GP or a physio, funnily enough, although it was a physio on the YouTube. And maybe that's helping as well. Maybe that's helping. Anyway, I don't know why, but I thought I'd vlog today. I just felt like it, and I think when you feel like it, you just have to go with it, and it'll give me some motivation to get my arse into gear, quite frankly. My over-the-door hanger thing broke the other day, so I need to go and get one of those. Maybe we'll go to Dunelm or something. I've been trying to find an autumn wreath, but can I find one that's nice and cheap? No. So might have to pop to Home Sense as well, which is in the direction of Dunelm, so that's a winner. I have to do my walk today, and walking around the local racecourse when I can. I'm trying to do twice round now. If it's a nice day, I'm walking, and if it's a terrible, terrible day, I've got my treadmill, so that's good. Got some vintage parcels coming. When? Who knows? I bought a pair of jeans that probably aren't going to fit, because it doesn't seem like any jeans fit me anymore. I bought a pair of shoes for the wedding, and I bought a jacket as well. Beautiful jacket. But again, I'm not sure what that's going to look like. We went up to Mum and Dad's at the weekend, and it was lovely. My dad was actually away, but my mum was there, and she cooked us the most amazing steak and kidney pie, sticky toffee pudding. And we also went to a National Trust place called Stow Gardens, where there's a posh boarding school, and it's beautiful to walk around. And they had a World War II, well, a war installation memorial type thing with, you know, all the cutouts of soldiers and aviators and sailors and all that sort of stuff, which was very, very good. This is Stow Gardens and Stow School. And it's National Trust. The gardens are National Trust, and they've got all these amazing follies and things. What's this called? This thing? Building?
Queen's Temple.
Queen's Temple. And Mum sent us here to have a look at the Remembrance display. There's lots of metal cutouts of soldiers, and they're displayed. So we thought we would come and have a look since we were up visiting. There he is.
Let's go.
Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
It's like getting blood from a stone.
We're here for other things.
Anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's a miracle. There's a storm coming apparently, so we're making the most of it. And Dad's away for the night. Mum's making steak and kidney pie and sticky toffee pudding. Winner! And we had cheese scones, homemade, and homemade soup for lunch. So it's all good. Anyway, dragging him around and trying to find some fun things to look at. Everybody else's partners just disappear.
What on camera? Oh, it's on your neck.
Oh,
Oh, hold on.
there aren't loads,
Yeah,
are there?
yeah.
Don't kill them.
Right.
I'm just covered in ladybirds.
Right.
See, these are the ones that have got too many spots. They're not natural native to Britain or something.
They're invasive.
Yeah.
The word
Yes,
for it.
invasive. Yes. I would imagine that being quite moving, like at dusk, if they played some music, you know.
Like Ariana Grande plays
Thinking more like
Backstreet Boys.
I Vow to Thee My Country
And that
or Nimrod.
good play.
Num-nums. Delish. We came back on Sunday afternoon. So we did see Dad on Sunday afternoon, and then we came home. And that's that really. Did pop into Bicester Village very briefly, and I did go to Emma Bridgewater. But it's not a mug. It would have been a mug, but they didn't have the mug that I wanted. But they did have the plate of the mug that I wanted, so I bought that. I'll show you it later. Anyway, enough waffle. Gonna finish my tea. This reminds me I need to book my flu jab and get my asthma test sorted. Do I need to do anything else? Panic about life in general. Tick. Other than that, no. Well, I've just had my physio. He did some more manipulation on my neck, back of my neck and top of my back. It's sore for about 3-4 days after he's done that. The annoying thing is he's now told me that his manager's moving him to a different site, and he's the first physio that's actually done something for me. Like every other physio that I've seen has just given me exercises, hasn't actually done anything physical. So yeah, he's been really good. Collected my first vintage parcel, their shoes, and I'm just going to go and collect the other vintage parcel because that's now, I've had a notification that that's in, and then I need to go home and actually put some makeup on and make myself look presentable and maybe have a coffee, and I need to do some washing up. I do need to have a walk because I didn't walk yesterday, so I do need to do that. I was trying to join Weight Watchers last night. They had this deal on because I'm just putting on weight like there's no tomorrow, and the keto is great, but unfortunately because I've got this hiatus hernia, everything full fat was having a real effect on my reflux symptoms, and so that's quite difficult. I wanted to try Weight Watchers again because I have done Weight Watchers before and it worked for me. But it wouldn't take my card, it kept declining my card, and then I ended up having a chat online with Weight Watchers who were like really patronising. She basically said clear the cache, use an incognito browser and all sort of stuff, and I was like, I don't have a clue how to clear a cache, and what's an incognito browser when it's at home? And she was like, it's, what did she say? I can't even remember what she said now, but she used my name at the end. It's something like, it's a, I don't know, it's a different browser, Claire. And I thought, how rude is that? We're not all computer gurus. We don't all know what to do. What if I was, you know, an older, even older lady who struggles with computers and smartphones and all that sort of stuff? I mean, there's no chance, is there? So anyway, so I've missed out on that offer. So that's annoying. Anyway, first world problems. Let's go and get this vintage parcel. Hi. Anybody else who's old school and washes up like me leaves the clean stuff there for ages and then just keeps putting freshly washed stuff on top. It's bad, isn't it? Don't do it, Claire. Come on. When I used to fly and I was in charge of the galley, I was so strict. Like, everything had its place, everything went away. But yeah, get home and a whole different story. But I think it's only because, you know, there's too much stuff in a small kitchen, and so then it becomes overwhelming, and then you don't have the right place to put things, yada yada. I've been trying to do a sourdough starter, and it's I don't know. I've got one in here and I've got one in here. It was like really runny, and I'm not sure it's meant to be, and it's, oh god, it stinks, but that's good, I think. Oh. I mean, you know, there's some bubbles in there. I think that's, you know, quite good. You're supposed to like take half out and then feed it with more flour and water like every other day. Yeah, see, it's not got, Paul Hollywood's had got these lovely bubbles. There's no bubbles when I mix it. This one's got no bubbles either. I don't know if I'm just not doing something right. What I'm going to do is take half out of this and feed it again. I don't know. It's supposed to be like equal quantities. That'll do. But I don't know, it's not working, mean. Right. Before my coffee, I'm going to do my yoga, which is like 10 minutes of yoga for my neck and shoulders. But I thought, let's open these quickly, see what's what. This is a bin bag, and I think there's some bubble wrap in there. Yes. Where are these from? Debut? Is that Debenhams? I'm not sure. I think I paid £6 for these shoes. Me and shoes just don't get on. Any clothes, actually. That's good. It's always handy to have some bubble wrap. Ooh, smells the bag. Right. Are they too high? Possibly. If they're lower than the ones I've got for sale, see, I've got these ones for sale. They're beautiful. They've like never been worn. Not outside anyway. They're too high. I'll try those later. They're really nice. tiny. God, it's supposed to be a 14. It smells all right. Oh, this is going to be too small for me. That's really annoying. It's really nice, isn't it? But that's going to be small. Yeah, it's too small. It's really nice, but definitely not a 14. No. Oh dear. How annoying. Back on Vinted. What I bought in Emma Bridgewater. I desperately wanted this mug, the Peppa Pig Halloween mug, but they didn't have any left. They'd sold out, and online they've got nothing. They don't even have this plate online. It's not even listed online, which is weird. So anyway, got this. It is a second. There are some tiny, tiny pinholes in the glaze, but that's it. There's nothing wrong with the printing. And it's very cute, but I haven't decided what to do with it yet, to keep or sell. I'm not sure. Anyway, disappointed with the jacket. That's going to go straight back onto Vinted. I made the fatal mistake of sitting down and then scroll. It's so bad. I've actually deleted the Facebook app off my phone, but I don't want to delete Instagram because I really enjoy Instagram. But the scrolling stuff has got to stop. It just paralyses you. It's crazy. Anyway, I've done my yoga. It's only 10 minutes, so that's good. So I've done a bit of neck stretching and stuff and hanging upside down. And I've put a bit of makeup on, so feeling a little bit more presentable. I am going to go to the shops, have a mooch, and then I'm going to go for a walk around the woods, I think. I'm not going to go to the racecourse today. I'm going to go to the lake, my lake, because I haven't been there for quite a while, and I think it'll be really pretty. And I think that's good for the old noggin health. Oh, have you seen my curtain? I bought a curtain to cover the door. It's got an extendable tension rod that I can just take off when I need to. But it stays there, and all I do is that, and then I can get out. That to be all snug. I am really, really, really thrilled with it, and it was dead cheap. It was Amazon. I think this was like £15 and the rod was £7. So it was really, really cheap thing to do, and I should have done it years ago, because when that's closed, I feel cocooned in my flat, and I like it. I like it. I really need to. My blind is filthy. It's got like mould on it. I need to get rid of that. That's disgusting. Can you see? Look, isn't that disgusting? You don't notice these things until you do. It's got to come off. It's got to come off. It's just started raining. Out of nowhere, we have grey skies. Oh, is it stopping? Stopping a little bit. I'll make a dash for it. This would actually make a really good advent calendar for someone tempted. Here we are at my pond at the woods. It's really nice actually. I haven't been here for quite a long time. It's actually really nice to see some trees. Very, very nice. So I came out in the end with just the coffee, which I shouldn't have bought because I've already bought 3 coffee flavours from that brand and I'm enjoying them, but when I saw pistachio I couldn't walk away from that. Who can walk away from pistachio? My wellies are rubbing my ankles because my socks aren't long enough and they're only like ankle wellies, so that's quite annoying, and my jeans are too short to tuck in, but hey ho. Oh, it was nice to get out of them Home Sense / TK Maxx / Boots. Oh. You can understand why the high street is failing, because you know it's never what you want in the shop, it's all online. It's really frustrating when you want to actually look at something physically before buying. The light is just perfect. It's just beautiful. I love this light. And the sun's low and it's coming through all of the trees and just dappling everything. It's just beautiful. Can you see? Just beautiful. Never used to appreciate this kind of thing when I was a kid. Well, probably up until late 30s. You just don't, do you? But life is precious and it goes quick, and we need to appreciate these beautiful, beautiful moments. He's chilling. Onwards. Let's finish this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Oh, wowzers. Stunning.
Extra cash is unlikely, so this is about trying to be more fitted. I'm trying to get a bit more woody.
Good afternoon. I didn't do very well this morning at vlogging. I think I showed you my porridge and I showed you the squash that I was cooking for my lunch. And yeah, it's 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 actually. So, and I haven't even left the flat yet, so that's not good. I've done all my exercises. I've started a new 30-day yoga thingy, not with Adrienne this time. I found somebody called Yoga with Cassandra, who's really good as well, same sort of vibe as Adrienne. And she's got this several playlists of 10-minute yogas, and it's a 30-day thing. And that's, for me, for my brain, is much more manageable to do 10 minutes of yoga than 30 to 40 minutes of yoga. So I'm hoping that's going to get me back into it in a gentle way, and then I can start doing some longer practices. I need to give you an HRT update because it's all gone a bit Pete Tong. Well, not Pete Tong, but it kind of has gone Pete Tong. But I'll update you after I've had my lunch. I'm having half of that squash that's left. Me and James had a bit yesterday, and it's absolutely delicious with butter and salt and pepper. I don't know what it's called, this type of squash, but you can get it in most supermarkets at the moment because it's in season. Let me switch that light on as well. Also picked up the vegetable squash, the spaghetti squash. If you've never had one of these, you've got to have one. It's basically spaghetti in there. Well, it's not spaghetti, but it's squash in strings, so it's like, we used to call it vegetable spaghetti when we were kids, and we loved it. You can put it in a pan, boil it. I think it takes like 40 minutes to boil. You can probably put it in an oven. I'm sure you can Google how to cook a spaghetti squash, but these things are delicious with lashings of butter and salt and pepper. But the one that I've cooked is here. It's got salt and pepper on it already, and I'm just going to put lots of butter on it and eat it. Lunch, walk, and then leave the Dunelm business for later because that closes late, and I look really pale, don't I? I have actually just put makeup on. There we go. And yeah, I can eat late, whatever. Update on the Wild Nutrition Menopause Complex. I've stopped the subscription. I'm carrying on with the vitamin D, but this I'm stopping because I have felt absolutely no difference whatsoever. So that's expensive, so that's stopped. But I have got this full bottle still to get through. I'm taking 2 capsules of these a day. Super fish oil to lubricate my joints, hopefully. I'm taking a magnesium like once or twice a week. Oh, and I've got these iron and vitamin B12 sprays. These are brilliant because nobody likes taking too many pills. It's a faff. And I bought myself one of these. The other 2 are in a bag. And this is brilliant because I can, you know, divvy out my pills for the week. And when I go to James's, I don't have to take all of my bottles and stuff. So that's a winner-winner chicken dinner. Anyway, I'm going to eat my squash because it's very, very delicious. And then we'll head out. I mean, it's like a squash, but it's quite sweet. It's just heavenly. What? Nope. Oh my god. Oh god. Perfect. Well, grub's cooking, so that's good. I'm absolutely starving. Haven't drunk enough today, so that's naughty me. Oh my god. What I do is make creaking noises every time I move. I've been wanting one of these for ages. A bath thing. To put a little cup on and maybe a little iPad, watch something in the bath, you know. Cover the camera though, because you don't know who's watching from other countries and outer space. Look, £4 it was reduced to. So that was like a no-brainer. I'm either going to leave it like that, or I've got some leftover blue paint that I painted my door in the kitchen with. I'm thinking I could slap a bit of that on. Just quickly, if you haven't seen a spaghetti squash, this is how it comes out, like spaghetti. And that's my turkey with basil on spaghetti squash, normally pasta, but healthy, healthy.
Get really cozy and comfortable. We are going to begin in Balasana Child's Pose.
Okay then. Not used to stairs. Ooh. It's James's painting. It's Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock. Friday the 25th of October. And I'm going to leave it here, but I promised that I would give you an update on the old HRT journey. Boy, is it a journey. About 3 months ago, I paid to see a private menopause specialist. Not a famous one or anything like that, just somebody who a friend actually recommended. And I was so desperate at the time that I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. You know, I wanted to sort out all the weird dizziness that I was getting, and really thought that it was highly likely that it was to do with menopause, or perimenopause anyway. And you know, I've tried so many supplements, and I've, you know, been to the doctor, and I've had brain scans and all this sort of stuff. Just really wanted to tick this off the list. So I spoke to the menopause specialist, and I'm sure I've told you all this anyway. She decided to up my estrogen, change the way I was taking progesterone, and put me on testosterone. And she also gave me this estriol cream for down there. So 3 months on, I have a review. That's a bit better. I have a review, another expensive review, I might say, that I really can't afford right now, but it was too late to cancel it. I would have had to have paid full price to cancel it, so just had to suck it up. And I'd had a few was having a few symptoms since this change that she'd given me. So my last period was really, really heavy and incredibly painful. It was so painful that I was out of action for the whole day. And I haven't had a painful period for years and years and years, really. Yes, I get the aching and stuff, but I don't get debilitating period pains anymore. I used to when I was younger, but not now. But this was on another level, and I was literally in bed all day, hot water bottles, paracetamol, and struggling. And it was much heavier than usual, so that was a weird thing. I'd had a bit of breakthrough bleeding as well on the 3 months, which was also a bit weird, but I did contact her about that, and she said it was because my body was getting used to the new way of taking progesterone and the up of estrogen. And the other concerning thing that was happening, is that I'm losing a lot of hair. So obviously we all lose a bit of hair when we wash it and brush it and stuff, but I've never been really concerned about the amount that's been coming out. And I think definitely noticed it within the last month, that when I wash my hair, the amount of hair that is coming out is crazy. And then when I brush it wet, the amount of hair that's on the brush, crazy. And it's freaking me out. And I didn't really think anything of it until I Googled too much testosterone symptoms, and one of the symptoms is losing hair. I brought these symptoms up with the specialist, and she said, you know, have you noticed any changes to your mood and all sorts of stuff? I haven't, you know, I've got to be honest, I haven't noticed any changes. I think to start with, initially I did feel like I had more energy, and I was a bit twitchy, but mental health wise, like mood wise, I didn't feel like it was really, well, I didn't notice any difference. So I think really there was any negative differences. So I told her about the period, the heavy period, the pain. She said that's, oh, also my boobs have been just so painful, like all the time, really, really tender and even more swollen. But the tenderness is something that's just, you know, it's not nice to have tender boobs all the time, and sore, like really sore, not just tender but sore, sometimes like stabbing, which just isn't, it's not fun, is it? So long and the short of it, she said, let's try taking you off the testosterone and see if you notice a difference in the way that you're feeling without it. She didn't really mention anything about the hair loss, but it's not good. So I'm coming off the testosterone. I mean, that bottle of testosterone alone cost me 50 quid. And this stuff, which I believe you can get on the NHS, cost me 40 odd quid. Oh, this stuff is estrogen for your area, and it's for itching, dryness, itching, all that sort of stuff. I didn't really feel like this was helping me either, but you know, other people swear by it. I'm sort of back to square one after near on £500. I don't feel like I've got anywhere, and also if my hair keeps falling out, because it's a lot thinner than it was, not only have I lost £500, but I've lost something else as well. I'm just praying that now that I'm off it, my hair settles down, and I don't know, who knows? I don't know how it works. But I feel really frustrated and let down, I suppose. I feel really let down, not necessarily by the menopause specialist, because she tried her best. You know, she looked at blood tests and she listened to my symptoms and she acted accordingly. I feel let down by the NHS. I feel let down by the fact that I felt I had no other choice but to go down that route, because, you know, I wanted to try the testosterone, and I knew the NHS weren't going to give it to me, and I wanted somebody to listen to me. I wanted a doctor to listen to me and help, and none of my doctors were. I can't afford to keep going to a private menopause specialist, and I don't know, I'm at a loss now. I don't know what to do next. I don't know where to turn next. So I'm going to keep on doing 2 or 3 pumps of my estrogen. I'll carry on doing the progesterone, as she said. I'm cutting out the testosterone, and I'll be using that once a week, and we'll see what happens. I see that there is a podcast, a Davina McCall podcast with Dr. Nagat, who's just like the most amazing doctor, isn't she? So, and she's you know, on the TV, and it's specifically about menopause and stuff. So I'm going to be going for a walk in a minute, and I'm going to be listening to that podcast, and I think it'll be a really good listen. So I recommend anybody to listen to that. So that's my update. That's my update. I wish I was one of these women who could go, yes, that was fantastic, it was the right thing to do, and I feel top of the world. No, I don't know whether you guys have had any experience with the private menopause specialists, or maybe you've got a really, really good NHS doctor, and I'm very jealous if you do. But yeah, that's all there is to say, really. I hope you're all well, persevering. We can do this. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you want. Please subscribe. I've now got a thanks button down below. There's a little heart thanks button where you can buy me a coffee, and I've also got my link to my Ko-fi link, where you can also buy me a coffee, and it's always much appreciated if you do, because you know how much I love my tea and coffee. I know that I need to be, if I want to gain more subscribers, I need to be more, I need to be better with my uploading. I just struggle sometimes, I'm really struggling with mental health and thinking of things to tell you and film, because, you know, I don't lead an exciting life, so it's hard that way. I don't seem to have a lot of ideas, but I will do the Q&A. I am going to be doing the Q&A, so if you have got any more questions, please put them below, because I'm totting them all up, and then I'll just do one video and answer all your questions. Thank you so much for watching, and stay strong, and sending you all a very big hug and much love.